Okay, I thought I'd record this rather than actually writing it down, as it's probably a better way of doing it. Today I started with 70mg of Elvanse, but then later on I decided, why not? I will try 3 pills. I've had 2 before a few times, accidentally and intentionally, no issues whatsoever, and it did actually make things slightly better. So I figured, no one else is going to help me, why not try myself? Anyway, I had 3. I haven't had any other pills, including my medical marijuana, which helps massively with the muscle symptoms. And I feel generally a bit more relaxed, a bit less tight. I don't know. It may sound retarded, but I feel like I can actually feel like blood flow or movement or something. Again, sounds stupid, but things feel more natural, I guess, would be the best way of putting it. I've also been wearing my AFOs pretty much this entire time, because last time I had 2 Elvanse pills was the only time I've ever managed to sleep with them on. And no discomfort. Muscles seem to actually, I don't know, tolerate it. And it's not making everything else ridiculously tight up the chain. My neck at the back is a bit tight still. Let's see, where else? My arms still feel clenched a bit like this, but less so than usual. My hips feel way less pushed forward than usual, actually. My low back, let's see. I have more feeling, that's for one. Normally it's just, I don't know. Here feels crampy, tight, maybe restricted, right there. Left hand side feels perhaps a little bit tight, but other than that, nothing, no discomfort really. Let's see, what else is there? It doesn't really feel it, other than at the front here, I guess. That feels tight and maybe overly toned, but the side is shorter and contracted, but it doesn't feel like involuntarily tight. It seems more like as a result of the hip, if that makes sense. That I don't have much control over. That I do. What else? The lower back muscles here, especially right there actually, like right at the lower ribs, that's like a rock still, but that might have to be like that functionally. Then legs, let's see. Let me see. I don't know. The biggest difference is, I guess, they don't feel heavy as fuck and like they have lead in them. They feel a little bit lighter, a bit more mobile. The legs of the hips themselves don't feel rigid as hell, like they don't move. They feel stiff, but actual movement. The knees, my left one feels very similar to normal, just a bit overly tight, a bit restricted, not much different. I really hope this is getting everything in. Make sure it's a bit more that way, just in case. Anyway, my right knee normally is the problematic one, where it feels like it's twisting in and out and being crushed and flexed at all the same time. It feels way less way less uncomfortable than usual. The alignment is still really poor. Yeah. The flexibility and movement though is way more mobile than easy. Normally it's more like, more like that. What else? Let me see. Oh, I know, that'll be a good one. Normally, because everything's so locked up, I'm in this sort of posture. And because of that, I think, when I lift my leg up with hip flexors and quads, it kind of it's more of a lean back, lift up slightly, if you know what I mean. There's not much movement to it, but let's see. And when I was doing marching, it would be me leaning backwards, marching like this, which just hurt my lower back. So let me see now. See, ease of movement. I'll go left first because I have a better concept of what that one is like. Okay. Well, for one, I could go more neutrally. Normally, I'd have to go a little bit more out like that. That's my normal, I think. And that's probably about the normal sort of height. Maybe a bit higher, actually. I struggle with my left leg to lift up more, I think. I think that's more what I get used to normally. So, there. And my right leg, I have the height, but normally I'll do my normal first if I can, which would be this motion here, yeah. Out like that. The whole hip coming up here is my normal. And if I try and go up normally, it just starts deviating. So let's see. Stand on my left side with this. Put the pressure actually into the floor of my left leg, because I can't. Okay, stand on my left leg, come on. Okay, I'm on it. Shift across a bit if I can. Okay, whatever, that's as neutral as I'm going to get, probably more than normal. I'm normally way further left. And now, straight up. Yep, that's way farther than normal. It would have stopped about there. That's way better. I'm only deviating when I'm actually reaching the top of the hip. Like that, I think, is actually bony restriction. It's bony or capsular restriction at the very least, rather than just muscle like normal. Normally, let's see, whereabouts on that chain? I normally get to about there. That right there is where everything starts getting really tight. Then I can't keep going up. I then do this, like I'm tying my shoes. I do this. I externally rotate and lift up like that, which is how I always do my shoes. But today, I think I could actually tie my shoes forwards. So can I do it on my left leg? Oh, I could. Couldn't do that normally. No chance. See, I'll just walk normally with these on. While I'm here, I'll also say, I don't feel extra jittery, extra wired, extra anything. Maybe I have a better perception of feeling. Like I can feel my body and how it is better. But no like extra jitteriness, mental issues, anything like that. In fact, mentally, let's see. Head feels a bit clearer. I feel like I have access to more energy and slightly excitable, but that's probably because I'm recording. It normally happens, but I just don't perceive it. Looking at myself in the mirror, my face is actually changing. I actually have expression on it. Like, hello, hello, hello. Normally, that is what I get. No. Okay, and let's see. Don't feel like my heart rate's elevated at all. Nervous system wise, I feel slightly sedated if anything. I can really feel the restriction around my right shoulder, which normally I know is there, but I can't feel it. I'm aware. Oh, I wonder, let's see. So I always feel like both sets of muscles are on, so let's try actually activating one and then, so activate the bicep. Okay. There still is a bit more tone in that than I'd like, but it's definitely less than usual because I'm getting further. Okay, anyway, and that was the stretch that anyway, so let's go. Oh, there we are. Oh, I felt that in my neck, which by the way, when I had my 3 pills, I finally felt a nerve in the right hand side of my neck actually move, like, at all. I know this from other areas where I've had nerves move. You get that sort of sensation and like a real quick tingling sort of feeling that just goes as the discomfort goes. So that moved, and normally it's too locked up too. Anyway, now I've done that for a while and my bicep should have stretched out quite well. I know this isn't the ideal exercise to stretch that out, but yeah. Let's see. Ooh, a lot of tone at the bottom of the bicep still. The top feels a lot squishier than normal though, that's good. Ooh. Ooh. I actually felt that sensation that's just like an awkward, like, you know when you bang your funny bone, like a quick not a nerve sensation, just a yuck. Okay, yeah, tone at the bottom again, still too tight. Tone at the top, a lot better than normal. Overall muscle, actually a bit spongy. And now I've stretched those. Okay, top, very spongy of the bottom, tight right near the elbow here again, but that's very squishy, nice. Shoulder itself, oof, yeah, everything around the shoulder is like a rock still. Especially the backside muscles. Weirdly, the pec is tight and I can feel the muscle tension and like tightness, but not in a contracted sort of overly tight way, just in a, I feel like I could work it out where normally they don't move. Okay, anything else? Oh, I know. I can turn my head, this is what I can do normally, left, all the way down like that, easy as piss. But normally when I turn my head to the right, I struggle. So let's just see, just simple, no excessive strain. I normally get stuck around here. That's a bit further. There's a bit of restriction here. I could push it, but that would defeat the point. Okay, and now the other thing is side bending, so go back to that. So left, easy, right. I can feel that restriction very early, around about there. See, when I do it normally, I think I get to about that restriction, then I just start bending weirdly to avoid it. So let's see, if I push it really slowly, and I'll keep my arm down, maybe pull it down slightly in fact, let's go. And now, start from middle, about that, and ear to shoulder. Yep, stuck there. But will it actually move if I remain here? Because it normally doesn't. I'll have to check the video to see if I just did this via some other random compensation or movement. But it does actually feel like the neck has like bent on itself, if you know what I mean, rather than just bent across. Yeah, you know, it's contracted here rather than just bending my head and pushing the neck out. Which it is still doing a little bit, but that is better. That is a lot better. Okay, and then let's see, my normal chest posture, because I'm down here, is like this basically, so let's see. So, then just breathe in normally first, slowly. Wait, no, do it diaphragm, do it for the diaphragm. Get everything in. Okay, so. Legs forward-ish. That's not comfortable there. Oh, I think I did that with my nose. Yeah, I think that was chest breathing, ignore that. out. Oh, I felt that squelch in my neck. Okay, now I've done that. Let's see, so rounded, 2, arms sided. Ooh, that's different. Normally when I do this, my right arm stays like this. It's still not perfect, but where does it relax to? That's where it relaxes to. I want to go like this. My hand also wants to twist this way for some reason. But let's see, where's the absolute relax? With the chest in a good position. So, oh, engage abs, chest. Okay, left arm relaxes to basically the pocket, right arm slightly out, slightly up, and slightly further in, but only slightly. Can I force it into the right place? Let's see. So it would be about that, and the tension seems to be all here that's making that happen. Yep. Okay, I think that's a good rundown of pretty much everything. You know what? I'll walk slightly in these first, and then I'll see how I walk without them completely, because yesterday it was absolutely horrible. And I missed my ADHD appointment pill yesterday, in fact, because I was, well, dreading going to work and just kind of forgot. Okay. One difference I'm noticing is I feel the heel like actually being countered or locked down, if you know what I mean. And I can feel that pressure on the back of the heel, but what normally happens is I feel that pressure, it locks, and then my foot just pushes away out of it anyway. Or I end up just walking like this with an increased bend in the knee to just deal with it. So the pressure stays off that. Whereas this, I can feel it, I guess, rubbing / forcing the heel to stay in place. Okay, if this is me walking with, for me, excessively flexing the legs upwards, I guess. I couldn't do this without a lot of discomfort before. I'll do for that. Ooh! I'll have to check that back, but I think my right arm was swinging. Oh, it is moving. Okay, there we are. There's the view of that, that seems good. Okay, I'm going to take the AFOs off and just walk completely naturally. So what normally happens is obviously a massive vertiginity sort of gait, usually stuck on my left hand side with the right ankle up. I'll say how it feels first. See, so feet flat, just whatever position comfy. Okay. I still feel like I'm trying to avoid my right leg slightly and shifting over to the left, but I feel like I have control over it, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I'm able to shift my weight to the right a bit and stack weight on my right leg. My knee still feels misaligned, not great, just meh. And the pressure on my right foot is still very much on the outside. Yeah, the very outer metatarsal heads. But weirdly, I actually have a bit more pressure on just the general outside of the foot, you know, down the midfoot. Normally that's not there. And I can actually feel my heel on the floor without me forcing it. Normally I have to force myself into a position, and it usually requires my leg to be really far back and twisted out. Okay, my left leg, let's see. Maybe I can notice how tight my calf is, but I believe that's like a sort of intentional tightness, if that makes sense, like necessary, usually, probably because of the weight shifting. Let's see. If I shift my hips up on the left and across, oh, that is different. Okay, I've had to twist my right foot out a little bit, but I have a bit of pressure on the middle toes. The pressure's moved across from the outside of the foot a little bit more centrally, and I can't tell because the feeling in that area is terrible, but I think I actually have the big toe MTP joint actually in contact with the floor for once. And most importantly, this never happens, that joint is in contact with the floor and the big toe itself is not. I normally can't separate that, they have to both be. Okay. Anything else? I guess my right ankle feels a bit unstable. It normally does, but actually no, how does it feel normally? It normally just feels locked up. I know it's unstable because of how many times I've twisted it and like how the position of it, but it doesn't necessarily feel unstable. It just feels like a terrible base that I have no control over. Now I feel, let's see, the outer ankle definitely feels like loose ligament wise maybe, or just a little out of position. It feels how it looks, which it doesn't normally. And the inner side of my ankle feels pretty much the same as it normally does actually, but I actually have motion to roll my ankle. Normally I have to, what's the normal? So let's see. Yeah, I normally roll that. Yeah. I normally roll my right foot across, like left and right, but the actual ankle itself doesn't move. Like the forefoot will change position, I'll like evert and invert, and maybe the entire leg will, like the knee will dip in and dip out, but the actual ankle itself does not usually like move inward at all. Okay, anyway, other than that, let's see. I feel more pressure on the inside of my left heel. Normally it's just right at the very back of the heel, I guess. Let's see, that's my left foot normally. Yeah, right at the very back of the left heel. Kind of more on the outside, I guess, is normal, yeah. Now it's more, a little bit further forward, still on the outside a little bit, but more middle, a lot more medial. Okay, and then pressure-wise, this foot actually has quite good contact, but in the same way, I don't feel the ball of my foot very well at all, like, you know, the first toe MTP. Now I actually do. It's still a dull sensation. And this toe on the left-hand side as well, I think I also have the same issue where normally the ball of the foot only touches the floor if the toe also touches. And right now I am doing that without the toe touching. I can actually raise it off the surface. see. My whole left leg is externally rotated, but I don't think the lower leg is that affected in terms of rotation, more just tightness. So that would mean the hip is the main culprit for the external rotation on my left side. So let me see. I normally can't do anything about this. So internal rotation would be this movement. But then, is it technically external rotation or is it just extension that I've got an issue with here? Let's see, so let's go. Out there, internal rotation for one. Ooh. Well, that felt weird and definitely different. Okay, then what else? So, outside leg and hamstring is definitely tight, so hamstring flexors bends the knee, so let's go extend knee. Oh wait, no, so bring it back. Bring it back, there we are. Keep that internal rotation whilst I bring it back. Oh my god, now I'm on the tip of my toes like my right foot is, without having to literally force the crap out of it. It's still trying to externally rotate and it doesn't like the hip being internally rotated, but I think normally the left side is very tight as well, but right now I think the hip is being restricted just by the right hand side crap here. Whereas the left hand side feels quite squishy and natural everywhere. Let's see, the only thing would be right here where a disc is potentially bulging slightly out the side. But I've had like back mice or whatever the hell for a while. Okay, anyway. I don't particularly fancy walking on this floor for ages because I don't want to know what that feels like later, so I'm going to wear barefoot shoes because they do a very good job of showing it off anyway. And you know what? Yep, sod it. Okay. See, and I'll relax into whatever posture, because normally it's terrible, but let's see, so feet wherever they want to go. Legs feel slightly tense. I feel like I've just relaxed my knees, but they've relaxed into a supported position rather than kind of, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I relax my knees normally, but what is the difference? Relax my knees normally, but then it's not supported muscularly? Probably because my heel's coming off the floor more or whatever, or I don't know. But either way, I still don't have much range of motion and my right knee and foot is definitely still not normal, but I can relax into a knee over toe sort of angle, which isn't much, but it's more than normal. Okay, and now, oh yeah, that's a good way of doing it. A bit further. Okay. Hips close together, then just out a little bit. I feel like I had better proprioception of that as well. That felt like my body did what I wanted it to, rather than just what I don't know, rather than just doing whatever while it didn't do it. Ignore that terrible explanation, but let's just say body following brain a lot better in the most retarded way possible. Okay, let's see. I can feel the restriction around the hips. Ooh, but sponginess. Ooh, even sponginess in the quads. That's not usually there. The outside's still not very elastic at all, but I mean, it does move in a little bit, which I don't think it normally does. Left hand side's a bit worse there. Salt nose. Anyway, relax. Oh, I know. I will have a drink and do that while on camera. That will distract me. Don't know if I usually drink my left hand. It's usually further away. It's easier to drink my right hand. Nothing about coordination, control, or anything like that. Oh yeah. Okay, easier to get my left arm over the right hand side of my body without like twisting my back and everything. Swallowing easier. Less air or burpiness when swallowing water, which normally isn't the case. I normally prefer drinking fizzy stuff because it somehow is less gastro-inducing or whatever. Feel a bit of tension down my lower back on the left now. There it's tense. And the right hip is definitely up in here still, but doesn't feel that tense. Okay, let's see. So just okay. Okay, that last one I just breathed in straight with the neck. Okay, abs. Wait, no. So is it? Oh, okay. So, wait, which side is it? I can't tuck. Okay. Okay, I guess the pelvis is like that. So the left hand side doesn't tuck or anteriorly tilt that much. Whereas the right one anteriorly tilts over there and goes back over there. So let's see. So, so I need to activate the left adductor. Okay, so it feels like that. Yeah, I feel that. Okay. Oh yeah, I feel like my left hip actually did just twist up slightly. Okay, so that's the adductor. Now what else holds this here? So that's pulled it across. I guess it'd be the side abs and so on, so I can't relax those ones without activating these, I don't think. So let's see, QL, let's go, QL. That muscle's around there. Ooh. Ooh, I feel that. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah. I think I have shifted across a little bit. See, my right hip is still a bit higher, the left one's still a bit lower, and the left hip still wants to be a bit further forward. But I think that's the best I'm going to get right now. Now I feel the tension in my upper back, so let's see. So now I want the erector spinae muscles to activate. So all the way up there. Oh. I'm pulling my shoulders back unnecessarily, I don't need to, that's what it is. That seems too easy compared to normal. Okay, then my back should be relatively straight. Lower back's probably still a bit excessive, so let's try and engage the abs slightly more at the lower end. Right about there. Ooh, I can actually feel the low abs doing something. Okay. Okay, now the mid back feels less strained. So now it's the shoulders, right? So shoulders like that. So up first. Then away. Oh. Then back. Then down. Which muscles pull the shoulders down? It must be. Oh yeah, it's those ones that go across, isn't it? Like a backpack. So it's that one there and that one there. Okay, and then those muscles are supposed to keep the arm, shoulders in there. Okay, so then my upper back, other than the right shoulder being high and in, feels a lot more supported than usual. My neck still feels very stiff towards the right hand side, in fact. But yeah, like that is basically where it wants to be. Oh, oh. Moving my neck actually feels nice though, rather than just like a forced cracking. Okay, what else? I think the rest of it is mainly just my right leg. My right leg being twisted in different directions. My left leg, I think, is just a bit overly tight and a bit overly tense and just overly contracted in general as an attempt to stabilise and make up for the right leg. And I guess because normally my muscles are just fucked, I overly use them because I have to, or, you know, whatever. That's probably why my glutes are always activated as well, like, and I spasm with those because they do feel a lot better. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's a very weird one, but especially the lower glutes anyway, they actually move. And the sponginess. The top outside is still very rigid, and around the iliac crest is discomfort, lumpiness, unevenness, high tone. Let's see, what else? And definitely a bit of extension still at the pelvis. Yeah. Oh, maybe anterior pelvic tilt. I can actually feel that this time. Let's see. I feel that compressing the lower spine. So let's see. So posterior pelvic tilt. One, it worked. Two, I can feel the spacing in the spine a bit more. And also, whatever the hell this is right here is either a muscle knot, a lump. It feels like a muscle knot. That is very apparent. Let's see, get it on there. Whatever this is like a rock. More so around this area. Don't know how well this is going to be caught on video. Let's try to step across. That area there, like a rock. Let's see if I can do anything about it. So how does this muscle activate for one? Let's see. So is it that? Okay, the outward twist like that moves it across. So it's not that. Is it out? That's the tightness there in the abductor, sorry. Maybe the abductor. Could be the abductor, yeah. More so with like a knot in the top of it. Let's see, what else is there? Up. No. Back. Wait, yeah, hip extension. Can I even do this normally? Let's see. Left foot, hip extension. Ooh, I don't think I can do that normally. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so the very top bit here, more towards the inside, seems to be sort of just stuck due to, I don't know, whatever flexed or extended position my hips in. Just the movement seems to be the thing that's causing this lump to occur. And the muscle that's excessively tight appears to be the abductor. So let's see, how's my left glute max? I think it should be weak and it feels it. So let's see, glute max, relax, that, ooh! That doesn't hurt or anything, I'm saying ooh, because I can feel it. Ooh, I felt that crunch, like squelch in my hip. Oh, there's the crunch in the neck. Oh, okay. And now that I've extended, yeah, I feel that tension across. The leg's still a bit abducted, I think, at the actual hip joint right here. So, alright, it's not internal rotation. Adduction helps a bit. Maybe it's both. Adduct and internally rotate. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is the obvious. I just normally can't do anything about it. Good to know. That feels quite relaxed now with my leg actually inward, which I don't normally do. Anyway, other than that, everything seems quite normal. Also, this entire time, I think I've actually been stood on both feet with them relatively forwards, certainly not my usual, and kind of in line, and I haven't had to go up on my toes. The pressure isn't great on the right heel, but I feel it on the outside edge right here on the heel, more towards the back of the heel still, but I actually feel it. And I guess, even though the knee and the ankle feel misaligned and just not very well supported, the leg as a whole, as a unit, feels a lot more stable than usual. I normally feel like my whole leg's just going to go buckle on me most of the time. Anyway, so now let's just walk. I'm going to walk naturally, I'm not going to force any type of gait, and just see how it looks. Ooh, try and relax when I do it as well. Afterwards, I'll try and fix my posture and then walk in that posture and see if I'm flexible enough to move in good posture. Let's see. Okay. I say what I'm feeling. My right leg feels like it's trying to do what it used to do and sort of swing across a little bit too much. But the foot isn't twisted all the way out and the leg isn't all the way back here. It's still a little bit, but it's a lot further forward. Okay. I think I'm still trying to walk the way I normally do though. Let's see if I can actually see what happens when I push my knee over my toes. Flat foot, knee over toe. Ooh, that's different. I'll do it this way so it's visible hopefully. When I'll show how it normally goes. I normally push my knee over my toes. This happens. I get to about here, then I have to start doing this and going in and over here. That's the only way I can normally do it. Right now, my knee is actually going above the laces. Like, if I zone in, it goes slightly past the very bottom of the laces. And it is a little bit inward, but it's a lot closer to being over the, like, not quite over the second toe, but in the middle of the first toe and the second toe. Normally, all over here. Well, not even all the way over here, because it doesn't get that far. More like this. Left foot. I believe my left leg has less issues with heel contact, but I just don't move my knee very far. My knee, in fact, hyperextends most of the time. on my left side where it's flexed on the right. So it should be harder, in fact, on my left hand side to push my knee forward in space, but less hard to keep the alignment straight, if that makes sense. So let's see. I'll try, what do I do normally? My legs are stuck out here like this, stiff. Then if I try to bend my knee normally, I get to like that, I think. And at that point, yeah, then I lean my entire body weight and I do that. Okay, so let's see. Now, flat foot, knee, ooh. Okay, but that's including hip dip and that, so let's see. Keep the hips relatively neutral. I do that by, keeping the right foot out like that. Yeah, that's better than normal. That's quite neutral. Now I've got to not bend my back and upper legs, just knee and twist, I guess. Knee. If I was to go on my right foot, knee bends and I twist that way. So knee bends and I twist this way. My right leg just doesn't like it for some reason. It's too inward and tight. Let's try abduction. Oh God. Well, one, I actually felt that in quite a few areas. Two, I feel the tension in my lower back area, which I think I normally feel the tension, but not the movement. Okay. Let's see. Now my entire inner side of my calf, I think, feels quite, I don't know, quite tense or loaded. That's probably the best way of putting it, loaded. My knee on the inner side actually feels like it's maintaining weight rather than just twisting and dipping. My hip feels less strained than usual. Okay, so now I need to twist out as I push the left knee over the toe. That's about right, I think. And my knee, from this angle, is just, the kneecap is just about behind the edge of the toe box of my shoe, which I think is a bit better than normal. And it's certainly way better than I can normally do with the hips actually twisted towards the correct direction. Okay, so let's see, so hip, twist, twist, hip, twist. That's kind of how I normally walk, but mainly with just the back right hand side. So instead of that, okay, let's just sort my posture first. Okay, so do it this way. I'm going to walk this way anyway, so all the way down, let's go. Feet hip width apart as much as I can. Nope. Very hard to tell. Something like that. Wait, no. Heel down. Abduction. There. That feels about right. Left hand side is just internal rotation and adduction. Yep. That feels very good. Way squishier and nicer than normal. Let's see, how are my hips now? I think that's an anterior tilt, but an equal one for once, or quite equal anyway. So, let's see, is the hip extended excessively? Little bit maybe? Let's go back a tiny bit, yeah? Now anterior pelvic tilt, let's get rid of you. So I have to engage. Oh, it's the abs as well, let's see, so abs to pull up and butt to go down without twisting to external rotation. Okay, I think that's about the best I'm going to manage. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that perfectly just because of all the restrictions, the lumps and everything. That's the best I'm going to manage, and there's a bit of too much tension, so I'm actually going to release that to there. And then the right hand side, tiny bit more. But keep the abductor on. Abductor on, release the tension from the quad. Hamstring doesn't feel overly tense. Well, let's see. Lower hamstring's quite tight, upper hamstring, yeah. Let's see. So tightening the hamstring does that. Don't need that then. I think that's more what I normally like. So relax the hamstring. Then the quad is tight, but is that because it's actually supporting me? See, if I release the quad now, it would just make the knee bend. Okay, yeah, so the quad is probably a bit weak or restricted or overpowered. So I'm going to ignore that being slightly tense. The left side feels very good, other than around the actual hip, which feels too jammed back and out, like right there, this whole corner. The right hand side feels up, twisted in, and I can feel the strain on the QL again, which I've managed to feel after chiropractor visits sometimes, and it literally feels like it's going to snap with every step. Doesn't feel like that now, but I can feel stretching or strain or something there. Anyway, so lower abs on, lower back, release. So all of these muscles here, let go. Let my rib cage expand or leave. Okay, lower back, abs on, lower back expanding down. There we are. And now from this position, I guess, mid back, so well, mid to upper back, so all the way from both sides of the neck. There, all the way to mid back. Oh, okay, there's the excessive force. And now relax just 20%. To about that, I'd imagine. Okay, now what? Okay, both my arms feel too squished in, and both of them feel too internally rotated. So let's go with out, but not twisting, just out. Okay. And now external, internal. External is a bit restricted. Ooh, I can feel that stretch both down my forearm and in the pec, which normally I can't feel either. Okay, let's see, so... Ooh, this is going to be weird. I can feel it. I'm going to step forward so I can see this one. Okay, posture and everything else is basically the same. I just have to relax the lower back again. There we are, good. Okay, so now out. I can feel that tension here. Bit in the calf, bit in the bicep, bit down the underside of the forearm. Stretch my fingers out. That's way easier than normal. I think I'm normally restricted to like this sort of angle, and then I can't really move further. Now I can get it to flat. It's not comfortable, feels stretchy and straining, but I can get it there. Maybe I can actually feel what a normal stretch would feel like, perhaps. Okay, but the main issue seems to be the trap here, not letting it move out, and I guess the chest pulling it in. So how do I release the trap when I don't even know that I've got it on? Okay, so what else would be holding this up? So it would be the muscle that goes across there, so let's go with that. Down towards, the opposite pocket. There we are. Ooh, my arm's in forward alignment. I can't normally do this. I know from trying to use a dumbbell. I always am like that. Ooh, okay, now I've got to do it again. There we are. Okay. And now from there, I'm still too far out because the trap is too tight, so I need to activate whatever muscle pulls this down. But it's not going to be the backside, so it's going to be the front towards the other pocket, maybe? Let's try. Or straight down there. Front towards the other pocket, let's go with that. Ooh, I feel that. It feels very not nice. Very straining on the lower back, but I'm going to try it anyway. Ooh, good crunch in the neck. Okay, and now let's see. Arm hangs a bit better. The natural position's a bit less twisted in. Still a little bit flexed and a little internally rotated as a natural. The chest position here feels tight, but it feels less like it's pulling it in. Or like less like it's twisting it in, more like it's just pulling the arm. Okay, and then this area of the trap here I just can't switch off. I don't know what to do about that. So it would probably be, would it be the tricep perhaps? Let's see. So that is there, and the tricep pulls the arm like that. And once it's about 90 degrees, then it starts to, wait, maybe I'm trying to do this, let's try and do it a different way. Okay, so tricep is activated like that. Oh, okay, well I'm activating my tricep right here by flexing my arm. You know, classic, so it would be this, I guess. Yep, I can actually feel that. Then that goes all the way up to here, so I activate that bit a bit more. Oh, is that staying on, Mo? Yes it is, that's actually staying on and activated. And the bicep is squishy, and that's making my nerves tingle in my fingers by squishing it. Okay, that doesn't happen normally. Ooh, shit. Back side of the shoulder is bruised and painful there. Front side right here, I can finally feel it. It's either a knot, the actual capsule, the bone being too far forward, and squishing, I guess. What would it be? It's not the acetabular, it's can't remember the specific term for it, but the cushioning between joints, basically. Yeah, crushing that out of place and the bone being out of place. How can I shift the entire arm backwards though? Like, at the ball. Is the rotator cuff the thing that does that? So let's see, it would be rotation, surely, and stability, so rotate up and stabilize. I think that is it. But then I don't have to, I can ignore the arm. Oh. Yeah, I can feel it activate and do what it's supposed to do, I think. It's just either too weak or the restriction is too solid or strong. But I can tell. I normally have nowhere near that amount of information from doing that. Okay. Just quickly check it is still recording, good. And now I'm still in quite good posture other than the low back, which I keep fucking letting go. I mean tightening up, I guess. Maybe I can actually engage the lower abs and keep them active. Because normally I can engage them, I have control over them, but keeping them active is not helpful in any way, makes things tighter and worse and more painful. Maybe now, if I keep them slightly activated, let's go slightly less than what I'm doing, about that, and then relax the lower back a tiny bit. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, let's see, which side of the abs is it? Okay, lower abs, the right hand side's tight, the left hand side isn't. Okay, so left hand side lower abs on. a bit more. There we are. Ooh, that felt good. Lower side abs on, right hand side, just tiny bit of activation. Now lower back. Let's go. Tilt the rib cage forward. Oh, just a tad. Go really far. Okay, and now back slightly. Okay, there we are. It's better than usual. Now, shoulders and that. Okay, nothing excessive. Try and engage that rotator cuff a bit. Oh. Ow. Okay, and now let's just walk and see how things go. Relax. Relax. Just relax, just relax, just relax, just relax. Do-do-do-do. No thought into how I'm walking. Even doing this, I feel the dread that I normally have from just trusting my right foot, because it normally spasms. Oh, like I can feel the adrenaline just from actually not paying 2000% to how I'm standing. Ooh, I just noticed one of my foot doing that little circumduction thing. I feel less muscular stress or like tightness around my right knee, but I do feel the discomfort and that sort of anemic, not right feeling in the knee, if you know what I mean. Let's see, if I turn my right foot inward a bit more, does that go away? It does a little bit, you know. Okay, let's try and actively engage my arms. Oh, actually, that's a very good point. I've noticed, one, I can't like dance or do anything upper body wise while my legs are both flat on the floor, and I sort of struggle to reach my arms up. I tend to do this. So let's see if I can just reach my arms up without bending my back, I guess. So back straight, arms around here is where I'd sort of get stuck. So arms out straight. Okay, I don't know, that seems about right. And now relax and continue without bending the back. Engage the abs slightly more because I think I need to. No letting the rib cage tilt down and back. No extending the hips more than necessary, which I was slightly doing there. And add a bit more internal rotation to the left leg. Good. Right leg feels very good other than the knee. The knee and I guess the tibial torsion outwards is like the only issue now. Okay. Now, I guess let's try and turn the entire leg in. Not the entire leg, sorry, the tibia. Ooh, that is restricted. That works though. Maybe my lower back will release a bit now. I think it did slightly. Anyway, back to trying to continue. This is exhausting, by the way. Ooh, I feel that tension really in the shoulders now. Sort of backside of them. The right one actually really at the top of the bicep and this area is very tight. Okay, and now one last push. Okay, hands up and together. Okay, left side going out quite easy, right side really not wanting to, but it is moving. Relax. Okay, relax the forearm. Let's see, that one's always tight, so engage and relax. That's also tight, so down and relax. Okay. Stop extending the pelvis. Stop letting the rib cage tuck itself down and under. Okay. Ow. There. Okay, I think I definitely need to strengthen my rotator cuff and deal with this. See, where's the bone? Okay, so the bone is right there, sort of twisted at this angle, so let me see. So like that, then okay, so don't ignore the forearm, let's do that, so it's out of the picture. Okay, that's it. Oh, God. Where's that stretch I can feel? I think it's there. Oh. I am twisting a bit though to do this. And I'm bending my back and pelvis again. Stop doing that. Stop using the forearm. Okay, rotator cuff, let's go. Okay, so that takes me to there. Then maybe I try engaging the trap. All the way up. Oh, that feels tight as hell. And now relax the trap. Relax the trap, let the rotator cuff and the chest. Take the arm. Oh, damn, the fatigue from that is insane. And I mean, like, not fatigue actually, the muscle strain? I guess when you work out a lot and your muscles feel tired, I guess. Okay. And now I've held that for a while. Ooh, now I feel the tension there. Okay, that's the nerves, I think. Let's see, so if I did that and gradually spread them out. Oh. Let's see, so I'd also need, that's my normal position, so I'd also need, keep my left hand on my hip. No, not on the hip, on the leg bone, that'll do, front of the hip. Okay, so that's my normal, so instead of that, oh, then imagine a ball between my arm and the rib cage, and I'm trying to crush it. That's still so tight. That's tight. That's tight. This whole area is incredibly tight. That's the one area where it hasn't relaxed at all. Well, actually, no, that would be unfair. I think it has relaxed a bit, because normally I can't even rotate. Ooh, actually, let's see. I can see that in the mirror in the Windows reflection. Fucking mirror reflection. Okay, so in movement, out movement. So in is like that, out is like that. In, out, out. Okay, so it's the fact that this is attached to the top of the shoulder blade is what's causing the issue between the trap. So whatever the hell pulls the shoulder blade in a different place. So the bottom of the shoulder blade towards the pocket. So it is that. So bottom of the shoulder blade is just not where I think it is though. That's the thing, I think. Okay, so that's the bottom of the shoulder blade. Imagine it from there. Yeah, there. All the way back. Down towards my left. Really engage that. Maybe this is why I'm twisted to my left, because this muscle doesn't do anything and the other side it does too much. In fact, let's try that. Left pocket. And now relax that one. That's better. Didn't feel any issues with my left side, but that does feel better. Let's see. Ooh, the trap feels better too. Still a bit up. And there's a knot right there now that I can actually feel it because it's stretched. Okay, so that pulling me down there. I think that's about right now. So it'd be whatever is on the outside of the shoulder blade. So probably that kind of area, but where would that attach? Possibly straight down, let's try. Ooh, I think that's it. Ooh. Ooh. How do I do this again? It was... I think that is it. Yeah, that's it, and you do that. Wow, for one, that wasn't ridiculously difficult to get into, even though that's my tight area. Ooh. And the nerve stretch feels like it actually changes rather than just be a consistent pull. Also, I can very much see how much my back is bending sideways. Let me just change that. There we are. Now my head is bent this way, so... No, twisted left. There we are. Oh yeah, there's the extra stretch. That's it. Ooh, I feel that now. Still way easier than normal. Again, still way easier, but I don't feel any stretch really on that, so that's not an issue there. What's the internally rotated version? I can't remember. Is it just this? I think it might be. See, so that's that. So it'd be the opposite or similar. Okay, that's all. So down. Yeah, down and excessively tucked this way, I think. So out, twist down and in. That's it. And then across somehow. So trap up and across and down. Oh, that's it. And then let's see, so my neck is normally twisted to the left, so I twist to the right, which I think it automatically did. Make sure my back is stable and straight, in fact. Not twisting at the back, I want the shoulder. Well, this is the most visible I've ever been able to see my left shoulder going up and my right shoulder being lower. Ever. Okay. And now let's see, how does my right arm go? Goes to there. Right hip is still too far up, clearly blocking me at there. But the rest of the arm is very much in line. And even here has actually stretched out a bit. This bit right there, though, still insanely, like, restricted. Okay, then the other thing would be, I don't even know what you're supposed to do to keep these hip bits in. I mean, let's try engaging this area just in general on both sides. So, both side abs. Pull the hips up and in. Really engage them. Full engage and then release slightly. Okay, so that's that. Or maybe they ain't, yeah, maybe they're there. Oh, they are. Okay, they're those ones. Okay, so relax that. Oh, it's because my rib cage is tilted back and, yeah, I see. So I need both of these to pull the rib cage down and in. Okay, so let's do left first. Actually, no, probably do right first, I think. So right, down and across, but mainly just down because it's already kind of across. Ooh, I might have to do left side first. Okay, so this one would be down and across. With more across, but slightly. Okay, I can feel that actually being on. So now the right hand side, down and across, down and across. Ooh, down and across. Stop engaging the glutes, down and across. Okay. Now the main abs on top of that, all the way up. Okay. That certainly looks different. The low abs are still very loose, but there's more tension in the mid abs and less tension in the top abs, but still a bit excessive. Yep, actual tension in these areas now. Normally there's like tight muscles that are stretched, but not actual good tension. I think because of my shoulders and neck and everything being rounded, it's causing the other side to still be like excessively tight. So let me just, okay, chin up, okay, erector spiny, keep those abs on. Abs on. Erector spiny and knees loose, relax the glutes. Okay, what else? Maybe it's the breathing from here because everything else feels quite aligned. I'm still trying to hyperextend via the rib cage for no good reason. I think it's just panic. I don't need to in this current state. So let's try that again. So without extending the ribs this way, keep them pulled down and in. There we are. Hold the ribs. Now extend the back. Okay. Oh, I know. Let's try crunching like that, and now only using back muscles to try and straighten. Okay, I think the upper ones are fine. It's this area. So there we are. But that's why it starts tilting me back. Okay, why does that start tilting me back when I do that? Oh, I know. Chest needs to go out like that. Ribs down still. Chest out, ribs down. Now extend the back. Oh. Okay, I think that's the best I can manage. It's quite neutral. Okay, now I can really notice the difference in the ribs though. That one is definitely down and more compressed in. This one's definitely more up and out. Which logically fits, but never been able to tell. See if I can switch that though. No, that still went straight into the right ribs. Okay, so crunchy that, force it into the left. Okay, my left rib cage is expanding a bit. Honestly, don't know how that compares to normal, but I'm seeing my back in the reflection of that mirror, and that looks way, way healthier than normal. Okay, just a bit of relaxed walking. I'll wait till closer. By relaxed, I mean everywhere else relaxed except trying to keep my rib cage down and not extending back. My right knee still doesn't like it. See, how do my hips feel? They don't feel particularly bad. Okay. When I stand on my right leg, that's me doing it at the back, so let's see. Let's try and roll. Ooh, maybe I should try actually using my calves, because I can't normally use my calves when I'm walking my heel on the floor. See, so that, push, that, push, that, push. Keep the ribs down. Oh wow, velocity. Ooh, I can feel the instability more. Ooh. And my knees locking up slightly more, if you know what I mean, becoming more rigid on the right side. That may well be because it usually just doesn't extend properly, and I feel like I'm actually extending my right leg while I'm doing this, which means I'm probably not bending my left knee enough. Oh yeah, I forgot it's supposed to be like S shapes. So that, into that. Well, right now I'm just doing what I did previously with marching. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be using my calves during this, so I'll try it with. I couldn't before, but let's see. So, up. Oh, in fact, let's get me another glass of water real quick. Okay, yeah. These muscles here, right here, and the throat in general are very stuck on this right hand side, and that's what's definitely restricting both the breathing and the swallowing mainly. I knew it was something on the right hand side previously, but I can actually feel it. It's right there. Normally, again, very generalised, I ain't got a clue. Oh. In fact, is it that muscle? Because I've prodded this muscle endlessly for years. Is it that muscle itself? No, it's something stuck in it. Oh. Yeah, there's either nerves or connective tissue or some shit stuck either to this muscle, underneath this muscle, or pinned somehow. See, what other muscles are there? Let's do this. Okay, that's those. They're all fine. Okay, that muscle there is tight. Definitely tight. I knew that one before. So if that's tight, is it because of something over here being tight perhaps? See, jaw. Ah, I've not been able to tilt my jaw angled down to the right before. Let's see. Yep, there's the breathing issues. Cool. Anyway, that's the normal. Tilt down and right. No, not the head, just the jaw. And the only way to do that is the opposite side, I guess. So that, up and right, so over there. Ah, well, that's never worked before, despite me doing this for years to crack my left ear. Okay, so up. That's it. Now I need to actively stretch this area. So there. And I don't think I need to shove it along as much, just more of a stretch. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to do that forever because it won't go anywhere, but... Ooh, right there as well. Okay. Right there. That has to be a muscle. Yep. That muscle right there. It's also really tight. It's the one that does this. Not the one at the ear. The one just in front. So the only way to do that would be use the other side, I guess. Oh. Yep, that has actually moved that. Oh yeah, my left eye is lower. My left eye is usually always higher. I'm also bending my knees now naturally. Maybe the strain, I don't know, but quite a lot of knee bend. But I feel supported. Okay. Okay, yeah, still there. So I need... How do I do that? That's being pulled that down. Then I need these muscles here to go. That's it. Ah. Okay, yeah, that muscle there clearly hasn't been able to activate for fucking ages. Right there, okay. Ah, that is quite an uncomfortable, crampy sort of activation. Might even have little dimples where it's like, you know. Okay, now let's just try and relax the other side. Keep the jaw to the right. Okay, tension is relaxing in the left side. I don't think the right side's actually getting looser though. Ah, right there. Maybe this will work now. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. And tense, relax. Okay, left side very squishy still. Right side, top's better. That's actually not bad. That's not bad. Bit of tension there, but nowhere near usual. Okay, that area is quite tight still. Wow. And yeah, okay, the top of the trap on the shoulder blade there to there is quite tight. In fact, maybe even very tight because it's right there. And let's see on the front. The front is tight here, but I think that's because of the trap pulling the shoulder up. See, so, or maybe it's just stretched. Let's see. So, if I want this area, ooh, well, that did something. I don't really. Oh, okay. That might have put my shoulder into the proper position. Let's see. Okay. See how it's up now. What? I'm using it. Go away. Okay. So the whole shoulder's up. Now what can I do from here? So it's like that. So I'd have to bring this up like that and in, and this one down and out, but without rotation. Okay. And you know what? I've tried this 1,000 times, but maybe it'll actually work now. Let's just try and force the movement. So, arms flat to the side, and okay, so it's like that. So then I'd want to press in. So my hand is flat against the side. Yep. And now, down. Just keep forcing that fucker down. Oh no, there we are. There's the extension and the ribs going back. So let's see, ribs forward. Pelvis not extended. Then I need to bring, I guess my arm is forward like that. So forward like that. So extend, back, out. Oh, maybe my hand needs to be sideways when I push it in. Then, yeah, that's it, I think. Yep. Ooh. Ooh, that's a lot of tension. Ooh, that's a good neck crack. Okay, left arm, let's relax. And keep it out actually. Oh. Keep pelvis back, abs engaged. A little bit more. It's hard to target the exact muscle I want because I don't really know what it is. Plus there's probably multiple ones that don't work right on the right hand side. In fact, that's a good point. Let's try and do it on the left. So I want the arm. Okay. Arm. Well, it naturally lands here, which is easier anyway. So up. That would be the normal position of my right arm now. So I'd want to keep it like that. Then in, but without the extension. Oh God, that's cracking my right side of my neck as well. Oh, some 3 big cracks there. Or clunks, I guess. Oh, okay. So now that I've done that one, let's try the other. Out, relax. Okay, and now. Okay, I see, so I'll twist it around like that, so it's not actually straight out, that's too far, it's slightly. So there we are, and now, crush the arm down. That's it. That's 100% it. Okay. And then out here, it's that. No. It's about there, I think. And yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay, and now from there, abs engaged. Extension no longer excessive. Mid back engaged slightly. Upper back. Wait, no, okay, I see the mid back's the excessive bit. So mid back, just relax a bit. Upper mid back, right there. Oh. And then perhaps even I'm extending more than I think from the back, and my chest isn't activated, because that's the only thing that makes sense right now. So let's try. Oh. Maybe that's correct? Oh yeah. I think my chest muscles are actually doing something other than just annoying me. That's keeping, yeah, that's that. Abs engaged, glutes relaxed. What now? That's still fucked. And that's still up. So, I think it's the left QL. Yep, there, I can feel that in my abs. Oh. But without extension. Okay. Let's see. Stomach has gone forward a bit. My back looks better than usual though. Maybe this is just fat at this point, because most of that is fat. So let's see, if I squash that. Onto the actual muscle area. That's about right. Now that I've done that though, it has dipped in a bit more again, so engage the lower abs. Let that low back. Oh, I spread out slightly. Oh. Oh. Yeah, the right shoulder blade is definitely too far up, and the left one's too far down and in. Like, which is weird because I feel like my left shoulder movement is better, but it's probably just because I'm leaning over here. If I lean over to the right, yeah, that is kind of how my, yeah, okay, so I guess I'm just doing this the opposite way around most of the time. Also doing this, I can actually feel, I guess, that muscle more, so maybe lean over to my right, then engage the arm and pull it all the way back. Oh. Okay, I feel that across, pulling the shoulder blade towards the spine, but not so much there because I'm leaning back. Okay, so abs on. Okay, extension over, low back, more relaxed. Okay, and now up above my head, just at the arm, whilst I lean to the right, but not back, just to the right. My body is to the right, my arm comes back. Ooh. Come on, please. Nope, ribs are starting to tip again. Oh, it's that, isn't it? And then up, back onto that, and then the trap should be able to pull that, wait no, a bit further this way. There we are. Now the trap and the bicep should be able to bring that up above my head. Oh God, I can feel that tension a mile away. Okay, well that will do. Ooh, my knee. Ooh, that's a good point. When I stand normally, my right foot, especially with no orthotics or anything, this usually happens, basically. this usually happens. Let's see. So, oh yeah, let's go. So, adduct, step, and then just relax. My knee still wants to divert in slightly, but nowhere near as much as usual. I've actually got weight kind of on the inside of the ball of the foot, stopping me from just crushing in. Normally, just happens anyway. Again, the knee stability, really not good. Okay, it's not directly the adductors then, what is it? It's one of the other adductors, not the glute min / medius. They're maybe slightly, not weak, but functionally underused. Or weaker. But it's, what is it? Yeah, the muscle down here goes tight to do that. But is that trying to stabilise my pelvis there? And that's causing me to have to do this. In which case, let's go. So pull the leg away from my body. Okay. 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 I guess it might be abductor issues. Not weakness, just inability to use. And it was just causing twisting rather than standing. Ooh. Also, I can feel actual fatigue in the muscles, which is not normally the case. In fact, I don't really notice fatigue in any of my muscles. See? Okay. If I just fully relax, where do my legs go? Ooh, well, I'm not twisting. My left leg's starting to externally rotate just because it wants to. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess my right knee is always flexed because it's just used to being there. So if my leg was extended in this position, is that normal? So, see, so it's definitely the quads. Pull that knee back. Okay. Let's see. See how I'm going like that. So let's see if I can direct. Ooh. No, dipping the pelvis a bit too much there. But that is further. And then up straight without going out. And then it's not a twist. The twist is the thing that I do wrong. It's knee over toe, then the back unlocks slightly, and it doesn't exactly twist. I guess the hips rotate slightly. It's not the back doing the movement, it's the hips. Okay. Then I can place my left foot on the floor. Let's see. Oh, I'm still a bit restricted. Let's go. Oh yeah. Extend the knee again. Oh, I can feel that in my calf now. Cool. Okay. Then after that, what now? Keep that knee extended. Then while I'm on it, I want to be down here, knee bent, foot flattening out, knee directly over the toes. So body out there, knee not diverting inwards, which is okay, so over there, adduct to there. Then knee over toe, without it going in. I think I'll have to stretch like this, but it just doesn't usually work. So this kind of stretch, like you have a toe, other leg forward. Yeah, that's it. And now this is the point I'll have to actually stretch from. So, wait, not quite, it isn't. It's adduct. There we are. Okay, adduct the knee out. Ignore the lower leg. Yep, there we are. Now it's this. Lean the ribs forward. I think I want to stretch the back leg. Yep. And then knee this way. I can feel the stretch. Oh, there it is in the neck again. Oh, where am I feeling this? I'm feeling this here, stretch here. The glute is actually really firing to push me forward, but it's not externally rotating me, which is what it normally does. What else is? What is stretching? I feel like the inside of my leg should be stretching. And it is to some degree, but it should probably be more. Oh, yeah, there we are. I know how to do that. It's try to bend this knee inward more, I think. So like that. Drive it closer to the big toe. Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, I can really feel that. Oh, I can feel that around the ankle, the foot. Big toe. What if both sides are too adducted, but the abductors are doing external rotation? Okay, so let's see. So if that's the case, then abduct without the external rotation over there. Abduct without the external rotation over there. Pelvis goes towards that. Then straight knee, rotate. Don't dip the hips. Maybe I am just standing a little bit too close, too far apart. It actually seems to kind of make sense now. So feet in, left one forward, straight back leg, dip, straight to dipping that one. Okay. But without the hips changing position, so abduct both. Okay, now what? Now the left adductor needs turning on slightly so it internally rotates. Okay. Both abductors on, left adductor now turning on. Okay, legs to be stable. Now the knee, without the hips changing too much. Oh, I see, so it's more like this. So it's more of an adduction and a knee movement. Or maybe that's just how I've been doing it with my right foot this entire time. Ooh, I can really feel the fucking pressure on my right ball of big toe. Oh god. Okay, the equina varus foot position and like how it should be kind of makes a lot more sense now. Okay, one last extension and drive. Oh wait, no, what am I doing there? I'm hyperextending. So I need to externally rotate my right leg while I do it. So externally rotate, extend, but keep adducted and keep the hip down. Okay, so it's that, ooh. Oh, and this hip should, oh, come up and over. Yeah, that's natural. Okay, so then on this one, abduct directly out. Wait, there it is. Proper abduction. And now with the hyperextension that I normally have, so now I can relax that slightly in order to adduct. Wait, no. Yeah, adduct whilst internally rotating and ignore the foot. Adduct plus internal rotation plus abduction just to keep the leg stable. That's it. Then the knee should drive forward slightly. Internal abduction. Oh, that's a different sensation in the knee. Okay, so this is the side that I'm better with. The knee bent, the left one an extension. So what happens? The left one, okay, the quad and the outside keep it stable and internally rotated, but no excessive adduction. And let's see, is the abduction even? No, it's not. Okay, so there's not any abduction. So it's internal rotation, less adduction than I have those, but not excessive. Not engaging this more than I need to. Okay. And from there, I need to extend the leg. Okay, so. Ooh. Extend. Move that one back slightly. Try a bit far. Extend. Oh, it's because the. I see. So. Okay, so let's move that there. And let's see. I'm in excessive extension anyway, so all the way back. No excessive extension. And now I straighten the knee. So that's my normal position. Okay. And now what I need to do is internal rotation seems fine. Let's see. Adduction. Abductors shouldn't be keeping this hip that high. So maybe I need to engage that slightly more. Yeah, I think that's it. Then, then I can push with the inner side of my left leg. Just let that for a few seconds. Ooh. Okay. And now foot up in the correct sort of spot, which would be around about there probably. So now my hips are slightly off, so it's the left one there and engage there. Okay, so it's that. Into that. Now bend the left knee. And now extend. Maybe I need to start on a bent position, lift the leg. Okay, so push on the inside, stabilise on the left leg in a different way to the usual. Okay, yeah, heels to inside, I guess. Okay, different way to usual. Then posture, keep the knee bent. Then okay, there's still not enough bent knee. Or am I too bent down? That might be it. Okay, yeah, that might be too tight. Because I'm bending the knee and it's just pulling me there. Let's try engaging the hamstring. Hamstring bends the knee. Oh, okay. Oh, come on. Okay, so abduction. Okay, no, neither of them matter. Tilt the pelvis back slightly. Keep the ribs forward. Now engage the hamstring more. Oh. See, so right foot, land, hamstring engages quite heavily, then I'm sort of stuck normally, but I can extend a bit better now. Okay, so left foot, land, hamstring does not engage. I normally just land on my left foot, outside everything, swing. So the left hamstring does not engage normally. So left, engage that hamstring, whilst keeping the leg straight for now. Ooh, okay. Let's just walk as loose as I possibly can. Whee! Okay, try and push off the toes, off the big toe, both big toes. Big toe left, right, left, right, left. Slow it down. Okay, so excessive hamstring there, not enough quad. So land on right foot, engage quad more. Land on left foot, engage hamstring more. Oh yeah, I can feel that around the hip joint clunking. That's a good sign probably. So yeah, quad, hamstring, quad, hamstring, quad, hamstring, quad, hamstring. Okay, I'll see if I can do it naturally. Ooh, that's weird. I feel more flexed than usual. Ooh. Off the toes. Off the toes, off the toes, off the toes, off the toes. Okay, let's try that. Outside heel, toes, outside heel, toes. Oh, maybe that's what they mean by outside heel. Maybe they don't actually mean the outside of your heel. Maybe they mean just instead of having your heel more medial, they mean have the heel further out. So that would be like this into, oh, I went inward immediately. So that into this, into this, into this. I'm overdoing it slightly. Maybe that's what keeps your back straight. I've stopped pushing across from my left. Okay, so off the toes, off the toes, off the toes, off the toes, off the toes. Okay. Okay, you know what, why not? Okay, so what do I normally do? I normally, I guess, excessively externally rotate. So I want to actually abduct, I guess. Okay, so this muscle's actually getting tighter. Nope, no external rotation yet. Knees down and in. Okay, so not quite that far. So I want that. Now, knees down and in. Now abduction. Okay. Okay. Okay, now I have to twist my feet out for stability. Less. Ooh. Okay. Don't have stability in my left side for some reason. Oh, it's probably because I'm okay, so over there somehow. So that. Okay. What if I do this instead? One out, one like that. Then, let's see. Okay, so I actually have more room than that. Yeah, I can go to about there. at which point I do need to I can try that. That doesn't help me get lower. Try dumping the pelvis, no? Let's try just moving it directly back. Oh. Okay, that's an actual stretch. Okay, so now oh yeah, that's a good stretch on my right side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30. Okay. Wait, no, that's not the same. That's stretched out. Stretched in, the only way I could do it is bent knee. Keep the leg there, bent knee. Yeah, that's how I do that. Okay, but that's the side that's not too much of a problem. So, leg out, bent knee, further out. It's just annoying. It's my fucking right arm, isn't it? Whatever. Bent knee. Ignore the lower leg. And don't shift the hips across. Okay, I guess that design isn't that bad. Okay, so don't shift the hips across. Keep the hips out. Okay, so definitely if my right hand side is abducted, Jesus Christ, my right hand side is abducted, I can maintain it with that muscle there, and what else? Probably that too. Okay, so I do have to engage the inner side, good to know. Then that's stable. Then the issue becomes, guess I'm a bit heavy for this. Oh, I know. Foot in. Oh, no. It's the opposite, actually. Whole leg out slightly. Engage the abductors. Okay, there we are. And now I can relax it slightly. Use the glute to engage. Bam. Okay, that's where my left foot should be. Okay. Oh. Okay, so that's where it should be, which feels like there. Okay. With the hip forward, okay. Or the whole side forward, I guess. Then okay, so excessive adduction does that. Abduction does that, so keep that quite neutral. Or maybe start like that. Then right leg needs to start with be like this, but forwards really, so see which side. If I abduct my left leg, like that changes the angle a bit. Then I need to internally rotate and drop the right hip. Okay, like that. That's relaxing now. Then from there, the glute should come on. Ooh. Then what? Then extension. That still doesn't feel right. More abduction, more adduction, no. Is it, oh okay, is it the ribs being too far back and down here? So that. So when I'm on my left foot, should I be like this? That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So when I'm on my left foot, my left arm should come across, right arm should come back. And then my abs should keep the butt and that back and up like that. Then I should just fall, I believe. So, well, not quite fall, but push off the toes onto that. And then slowly from there. So let's see, land, wee, wee, wee. That's a good point. Hip width apart. Okay, abduct, no, it's not adduct. Abduct. Okay, it's not quite right. Oh, okay, so the left glute extension is what I need. So it's, I have to keep the ribs forward, pelvis back, then extend the glute. There we are. Okay, that's quite neutral. Now let's see. Just use the calves. Ooh, I can feel that. Really feel that actually cramp. And slowly down. Ooh. Keep my knees straight, especially the right one. Keep the ribs in a better position than that. Just like this, I guess. Okay, and now let's just do one last thing. Feet straight forward. We'll give them slight external rotation. Oh wait, no, that's just the tibias. Legs externally rotating. Tibias straight. And now let's just naturally see. Okay, so I need more abduction on the right side perhaps. Yep. There we are. Now more adduction on the right hand side too. Or maybe not. Maybe adduction on the left. Yes. More internal rotation actually. Yeah, there we are. Let's change that angle slightly. Okay, so hands here. Okay, and then how do I get further over my toes? Probably it's oh, that's a good knee crack. I could never do that with flat feet. I couldn't even do it in, what do you call it? Couldn't even do it with insoles that raised my heel height by about 3 centimetres. I still always had to do what feels natural, which is toes down like that. But that doesn't actually feel natural right now. Let's see what feels natural right now to go down. Okay, so just no, no. Okay, so adductor. without the heels coming up. That's the important bit. Well, that clearly isn't okay. Let's try legs externally rotated. Foot in line with the knee. Leg externally rotated. Foot in line with the knee. Ooh, that is a weird position. Oh yeah? Foot. Oh, I see. So it's... Ooh. It's that. So then on here, then it's... Ooh. Okay. Then. Yeah, that feels more natural. Ribs. Gauge the abs. Especially the lower ones. Don't let the butt extend. Oh, wait, what's the extension supposed to do in this? Well, I can feel my butt actually doing something, which is different. Oh, I see. Okay, so... Oh, it's actually tiring. Okay. Oh, and one last thing. See. Feet. Sorry, hip. Internally rotated. Foot. Down. Yep, that's that. Foot. Sorry, leg. Ooh, that's quite a lot different. Internally rotated. Foot. Down. Like that. Knee. Pretty much right. And from there, engage the abs. Move the right foot forward in line. Extend slightly. Engage left hamstring more. Okay, that's about even. Okay, straighten knees, but over the top of the ankles. Yep. Engage abs. Hands flat. Engage abs, but don't bend. Oh no, bending's fine, I think. Okay. Why are you jumping? See, extra adduction, no, extra abduction. Heel out further, extra abduction, and there we are. That's it. There we are. There, extend. Engage the right quads more. And let go of the hamstring. And And now I need to let go of the calf somehow. There it is. Oh. So, if I do that, and I actually internally rotate my legs to match that, but I keep the weight on the ball of both feet. Left hamstring on more, right hamstring on less. That's it. Okay. Now straighten these. There we are. Keep feet really close together, twisted in slightly. Internal, I know. Least extension possible in the hips. Most adduction possible. Now try and continue that internal rotation a bit. Okay. Okay, that's worse. So, now let's try. Not the heels coming in. Heels and the lower leg can stay in the same place. Or maybe just slightly outwards just for now. There we are. Okay. Left leg clearly needs more internal rotation. Let's see, hamstring. Oh, okay. Right side. Okay. Whatever that'll do for today. Oh, I can feel that in my hip actually. I'm going to have a quick walk. Oh. Heel, toe. Forcing the arm movement. I think that's backwards still. See, when my left knee bends, I need my left arm down, okay. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be reversed. So if my right leg comes forward, my left arm should. Oh no, that makes sense, I just don't have the fluidity. Oh, again. that one, 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 that one. Okay, so that'll do. I'll probably record myself in about 20 minutes after I have a vape of my prescribed cannabis and see if that has the same effect it does normally and reduces my overall muscle tension, reduces the nervous system issues, which feel a lot less than usual, honestly. I feel kind of, I don't know. I don't feel light, but I feel less crushed. The muscles in my back still feel tight. My neck feels tight. My calf feels tight. All this shit, but I feel less underneath all the muscles. Okay,